Baylor Bears at McLean Stadium. Boats lining the brazos as the Baylor line is ready to welcome the Bears onto the field. Today, a couple of squads here to square off in a Big 12 showdown. As we'll see, the Utah Utes taking on a team looking for its first win, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Utes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Baylor's offense will have the football first. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy. He's not the most talented quarterback in the country. But when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going. So it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Ebby. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Coming into the game, the defense talked about, man, they really wanted to get to this quarterback. Well, it didn't take long. 2 plays in, they get to him, and they get the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's got it. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Bears will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Catches it at the 30. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. So Utah's offense will go to work for the first time today. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They're going back to the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. And the Utes have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Throw toward the sidelines is caught, but it's out of bounds and incomplete. 2nd down coming. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Grab near the sticks. It's Coleman. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning 2. That was beautiful.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes it. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the first quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quick completion on the out route. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Quarterback may change this route. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Utes! And they have the first point of the game. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Hold and finds his man on the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Ebby. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. Continues to fight for yards. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. Gets it out fast. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Fires to the tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the Bears look to keep this drive humming. Working the middle, it's complete. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll move the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. And the Bears kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw, it's Ebby. Here's a heat. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Here comes the heat. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Utes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun, the inside give. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Unloads to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. And the Utes have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Finding open areas. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Swings it out to his running back. Back's going for the goal line. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Third and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. Touchdown, Utah! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw, it's Ebby. With the catch, it's Tyree. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. The Bears come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's going for a big play downfield. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half, you're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Great awareness by this defense to know where the first down line was and stop him just a little bit short. Big fourth down decision coming. And the Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Wants to go up top on first down. Complete to the right. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Right on the money. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. The Utes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And now on second down for this offense. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Good timing on the quick out. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback can go in the other direction.
And that is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a two-touchdown lead at 14. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys along the banks of the Brazos River at McLean Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Bears will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise,
turning it on. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. And the Utes have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the back. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It'll be 3rd and long. Power football with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
The offense changing the play. On 4th down, looking for the completion. He makes the grab. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Well, one of the best compliments you can pay a running back is they get stronger as the game goes on. This guy's been awesome all game long, and you're seeing it here in the 4th quarter.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Utes. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. To throw, it's Ebby. Quickly out to the tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
You know, at this point of the game, guys, trailing the way they are late in the game, check down throws are not going to get it done. You have got to...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the grab. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the 1st down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They run into a bit of trouble here, 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Got his man quickly. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. This is a really good call because that angle route is tough to cover, especially on a 3rd down.
And that's a really tough route to cover because the running back looks like he's going to the flats and then cuts it right to the middle of the field. Easy pitch and catch from quarterback to running back to get the first down.
Intercepted, number 19. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. To the air, it's Ebby. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the sack all the way back at the 5. So here they come, 4th and long, and this defense is after back-to-back sacks. On 4th down, looking to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. So after hitting bankrupt, spinning that wheel of fortune, now this offense can tack a little more onto the lead. They have it 1st and goal. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Quarterback making checks. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking for the score. And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust